Welcome back. So in the last video we did create, and this video we're going to do update. So first we need to have an edit page so that we can look at the user data, specific user data, and we have a nice convenient button here for that. And I actually think I'm going to remove the edit button and do a link with the name. I think that looks a little better in my opinion. So let's do that first. Okay, so first thing, let's get rid of the store stuff. We don't need this junk anymore. We don't need that. Maybe later, not at the moment. Okay, so client side first. So now we need to have an edit view. Edit.view. Nice little users edit page here, and then we'll just for now we'll do span route.params.id, like so. That'll make sense here in just a second. Let's see if you don't know what that's doing. A router, we need to create a edit page. Edit, and then in this case it's actually going to be edit ID. I believe that is correct. Let's go back to our README. It is users edit, so that is correct. And then we can use this this component here, save. And then on the index users here page, we can go and get rid of this edit button altogether. Make this a router link, and then we can say bind it to, and we'll say let's see. Bind it to user.id, edit. And that should just do it. It should just work. Okay, so go to the edit page. Yes, back. Go to John, 2, back. Perfect. So now we need to go to the create page here. We're going to steal that. Go to the edit page here. We'll say like so. We will say computed property, or oops, not function, computed property of ID is return this dot route params ID. So we don't have to access it that way. You can just grab it right off the data model here. And the create, we can pretty much steal this whole thing. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can go here, first name, vModel, first, last, and we're actually not going to allow people to edit their password at the moment. We'll do that with a, I don't know, maybe a modal or a side or something like that. And then we're going to have a update button here, and then save. Well, save makes more sense, right? Save, not valid form. We don't need that at this moment. It's fine. They can edit what they want. And then we don't need this. We do need a method. Methods of save. Let VM equals this. Let updated user equals first VM dot first, last VM dot last, and email VM dot email. Okay, and then we need to do VM dot store dot dispatch users edit, or actually update. It's actually an update, not edit. Which, by the way, I'm going to go back to the create real quick on the create here and change that to store, because it really is a store. The method for creating one is create, but the action for creating one is create, but the action for actually storing it is store. So we're going to go into the user store up here real quick and change that to store as well. store as well. Okay, small change, but it bothers me. And this is an update with the updated user, and then once again we're just going to go back to the create here and steal this logic because it works for us. In this case, steal this logic here. We're going to say newly edited user, just for future reference if we need it. Edited there, user. I'm not an English major. Users, and this is going to be update. We're just going to steal this once again because it's so much easier just to copy and paste that. And it's going to be a put, and it is going to be the route. You know what? We're going to need to add that ID in there as well, aren't we? So ID vm.id. And then the route for the README is a patch, a put to users with the ID. So users user.id, and we will do that with the edited user, like so. Okay, so that should take care of everything. Oh no, we need to pull from the server, don't we? So on mounted, let VM equals this, vm.store.dispatch users edit. What is the route for that? That is users edit users. Okay, users edit. We need a template, so we can vm.id. And then on return of the data, we're going to say user. I'm betting this is going to just come back. Well, we'll see how it comes back when we actually handle it. And now we need to dispatch users edit. Ooh, that's actually not going to work. We're going to need to do that with vm.id. Users edit. Okay, so the user's model, we need to have an edit. Once again, we're going to just copy and paste this and then change the route a little bit. So, like so, change the route to user edit ID and then edit. ID, actually, that's the only thing that's passed in there. ID. And there actually isn't anything. This is just going to be a get. Okay. So the two new routes we need to create are the edit route, because we're actually grabbing existing data in the system, and then the update route, which then we store the new data on the system. So the first route we need to create is this edit route. So on Gorilla Mux, we have to create on the router here. You know what? I'm going to just copy and paste. Copy and paste. I believe it's that. We're going to find out real quick. I'm pretty sure that's it. Edit. And then we're going to say users store edit. Like so. The users handler, or the users, this isn't really an edit. Edit.go. We're going to once again steal this one for the most part. Oops. Paste that in. This is actually going to be edit, like so. And I'm fairly certain, if I remember right, you can just grab it directly off. So we'll say vars. We need to include Gorilla Mux. So github.com/gorilla/mux. I believe it actually. Ooh, let's make sure that's right. Gorilla Mux. That pretty sure that's right. Edit. And that should be mux.vars, right? Yeah. There we go, and then request. There we go. I believe that's right, and we'll log.println of vars. We're actually going to get rid of that, and we're going to have empty bytes here. So bytes, or like so, with an empty string. Okay. That should at least. Oh, and it's going to complain about the JSON because we're not using it at the moment. Log HTTP string. I'm also not using string conversion either. So that should be all we need. Okay. Users not being used. Right undefined. Has no field or. Oh. Okay. This for now. We're going to be using that here in a second, but not at the moment. Okay, undefined bytes, isn't it? Oh, byte, isn't it? Byte slice. There we go. Wow. Okay. There we go. Users. I go into an edit page, and it should. Why did that not put? Did I not set the router correctly on that? Router. Oh, put. There we go. And then over here, let's see, server. Oh, I didn't even handle the route. I didn't even handle put. That's why. Okay. And then you should be able to restart that. Users. And then put. Okay. Is there? Oh, there is errors. Okay. First is not defined. On render. Did I? Oh, I didn't add the data object. So we'll go to the crate over here. We'll copy and paste this one here. Edit. We don't need passwords for the moment. We'll save. We'll clear. Wait, save. Was there an actual error? I don't think there was. Was there? Users edit. No action edit. Users edit. Users edit. Well, that looks like an action to me. Unknown action type. Users edit. Oh. There. That's it. 405. Okay, so users edit get. So it's not putting. That's interesting. Oh, because we are actually getting. We're not putting, are we? That's right, because that is an edit. So I messed up on the server side. This actually is a get. Yeah, get. There we go. Okay, and then back to users, clean out, go into user. Okay. So users edit map ID 1, so that is there. So I need to go to I need to clean all this up. This is bad. Models, user edit go. So we can say ID vars ID. Let's say log dot just to make sure. Println ID. Save. And it should just go back to users, Nick, and there's our ID right there. Okay, so now we can use our DB object. We need a new. Where's the DB? Oh, it's test. System DB. Did I ever actually? Okay, we're going to need this here. We're not going to need string conversion. We're not going to need users either. Store DB. And then we're going to need a new user. So var user users.user. db dot should be what, find or something like that. Let's go look at the db. That's getting cumbersome. Find by, no, we just need find. I should be able to just pass in an ID. That should just work. Okay. Find by a model interface. Okay. So she'll say assign new one, user with ID of ID. And then db dot find by returns an error and a reference to the model itself. Okay. Get. Okay, so then we can say if error db find by db comma reference the user that we want to assign it to, error is not equal to nil. We can just copy and paste this error message here and say internal server error. Oh, I'm not to uncomment because wow. Uncomment. Internal server error. Unable to get user. Get user. And we should be able to just remove this here like that. We'll parse the user itself and send it back. So packet gets sent. There we go. And it'll parse user. Okay. Make. Type string is typed in 64. Can't use ID type string. Oh. We're gonna cast it to int64. So int. Or no, yeah. Oh, actually, we're gonna need that string conversion. So let's go to string conversion to int64. All right. So we need to say okay. A to I to integer. That's going to be ID, and that should return an error and new ID. I believe that's right. And then we say new ID to was it int64, right? int64, int64. And then we're just gonna ignore that error. I don't think it's gonna. It should just work. Just to be safe, we will, of course, we'll just log it just to be safe. Print line, new line, print with new line user. Make. Can I convert new type? Oh, that's right. I did do it backwards. So it is this one, and then returns an error. Okay. And then we can say go, and then back to users, and then ID1. So in fact, oh, look at that, it returned it. Okay. And then we need to get rid of this guy here. We need to say user.password is equal to an empty string, because we do not want to send the password back. Then we can take this data on the edit page like so and say vm.first is equal to user.first, vm.last is equal to user.last, and vm.email is equal to user.email. There we go. So that should be everything. We should be able to go to here and to Nick and see Nick Kotenberg, Nick Mill, John Doe. Perfect. Okay, so there we go. So that is the first edit. Now we need to actually save the data back. So if I go in there and I change this to, let's say, John 2, I should be able to hit the save button, and it should save it. So dispatch user update, that goes to users update here. So we need a route of users, users with the user ID, and then put. Okay, so let's first off, let's close tabs to the right, go back to our router here, and create that edit function. So that's called update, not edit. So update, and that's going to be a put. Okay, and because they're pretty similar, I'm actually going to steal the edit here. Update.go, paste, update, and then we should be able to take that body data just like we did with the store. We should be able to just steal this stuff right off the request, and it should just handle it beautifully. So let's go ahead and do that there, and then we're gonna do we're actually gonna console log that stuff, or again we're gonna comment out, not console log, that stuff, and then we're gonna say log.print ln user. Okay, so that should just work. Undefined user, didn't I? Oh, there we go. That's what I meant to do. Import not use this DB. Oh, because we're going to use that in a minute. Not quite yet. There we go. Okay. If I say John 2, it should add John 2 to that. So put inside middleware John 2, John mail. There we go. Okay. So it did actually send it the right way. You can parse data out of the form just like with store using post form value, even input. It's basically the same. So DB, we need to update using the DB, kind of our little ORM here, which is update, requires an ID of 64 and the model to update. Okay, so we'll do same thing here. We, I guess we don't really need to assign that to that value. Let's see, new ID. Oh, that needs to be actually that actually needs to be converted. So we'll just use the converted one inside the user, DB, and then update, like so. That should be it. That should be everything. We should be done with edit. So let's go into John. We'll save that to 2, and then we'll save John 2. We'll go back to John, save. There we go. All right, guys. So update is now done. The last one to do is destroy. That was quite a bit less painful than the store because we already had the kind of knowledge base from store, and so now we have update, and I'll do delete next. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time right after I edit the README. So this is done. Update is done. Save. All right, see you next time.